Yo, I guess I should probably stop stalling and start progressing forward. So since this is the case, I guess I'll kind of update you on where I am and kind of where I want to take things from now for future plans. I guess I'll start with languages. I'm currently learning Mandarin Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, German, French. I started Arabic like a week ago from now. I'm probably gonna pick up Korean again, which I dropped a while back. But I'm currently learning with my own system that I created. I used to use a lot of apps, but like for some reason, I don't know, like I studied a lot with the apps and like they just didn't work for some reason. Even though for other people it worked, but I don't know, it just never worked for me. I was just never able to speak like some languages that I used certain apps for a while. But I'll probably make another video talking about my ranking system and how to use the ranking system as well. The ranking system kind of comes from like games that I used to play, like League of Legends or Overwatch. It goes from like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and grandmaster. So it's a little gamified to make it a little more fun. And there's like 5 different tiers in every rank. And every rank has like a certain amount of things that you should know how to say and like grammar and stuff. Um, but based off of that, I'm able to show kind of how I'm progressing every week and what I'm stuck on and what I need to move up to like bronze 2 or bronze 3 or bronze 5 or whatever rank I'm on. Um, I'm definitely gonna update the ranking or my weekly progress of languages on my blog where I'll have like weekly posts of um, all the tests that I'm doing so you can kind of see where I'm stuck on and what I'm doing good on, and what I passed on every rank and what I still need to work on every rank before I can pass that rank. Um, and it'll have like a little bit of like the curriculum of how I'm like learning the languages and like the resources that I'm using. Like I said, I'm still working on the ranking system. There's still some things that I need to fix. But once I fix those things, I'll explain like the mindset of how you should learn. And I feel like the ranking system is a lot better than learning from like an app or another person because this is just more of a theory, but I think one of the hardest things about learning a language and using someone else's strategy is because they explain the strategy and it sounds very sound, but like the problem between you being able to use that strategy is kind of the context behind that strategy. And that strategy only probably works, but it only works really well for the person who uses it and created it because they understand it a lot more. And like, I don't know, I'll talk a little more about that in like a different video or a different time. But I'll probably also come out with like weekly videos of like updating on whether I passed a certain rank to like the next rank and if I didn't, what I'm stuck on and what I'm working on. And you'll tangibly be able to see like, oh, there's these things that I need to learn for this rank, like certain greetings or certain phrases and stuff. And then I think that's about all for the languages. I don't know. There's some plans that I plan to take the languages forward to. I don't plan on taking like any of the proficiency tests. But like I have something later down the line that I want to do with like the cultural side of like languages and stuff. I guess I'll move on to finances. As I talked about previously, every end of the month I should be coming out with a post on my Instagram showing like the progress of my accounts that are trading stocks as well as like investing into like dividends. I'm not going to teach how to trade stocks, as I said. I also don't unfortunately have anyone to point you to if you want to learn about trading. There's so many scams and like fake gurus who promise all these big profits that you can make by taking their course or something, and it like barely teaches you anything. As I said before, I mainly learned by myself. I lost thousands of dollars learning, and I'm still learning, and I still lose money from time to time. But that will just be there to kind of update you on all of that. And all these accounts are funded by BeerMoney, and I've done it for like years and stuff. But as I said before on the other video, I will also be coming out with like a second channel, which is already up, but I think about next week or a week from or 2 weeks from now, I'll start doing reviews of like BeerMoney apps and like how to earn from them and stuff. And I'll show if they're legit or not. But I'll also have like a blog page, which I would probably recommend you going to. But it'll have the video on it as well. The blog pages will be a lot easier to update, rather than like having to record a whole video again and then put it out. I'll try to update them as much as I can. But like I said, started everything with BeerMoney, so I'm hoping that if anyone wants to try to do the same, my second channel will be like a library for you to check out different BeerMoney apps. You can even use the ones that I currently use. If they don't work for you, you can try to find another one from the second channel and stuff. I plan to do every 2 weeks. I'll like do cash outs and like show all the cash outs that I cash out from all the BeerMoney apps, just to show that they're still working for me and I'm still cashing out from them. But for both of my trading accounts that I trade stocks with, the first one I funded with about 1,700, almost 1,800 bucks, just purely from BeerMoney. I'm not funding that anymore, so like all the profits that I make is how I'm funding the account and growing the account. And then for the second account, I am funding constantly every month with BeerMoney, so you'll be able to see like the progress and stuff. I think that's kind of all the finances and stuff. I guess the final thing is music. I currently focus on playing the piano, and I started learning the guitar. It's a bit of a struggle. But at least for the piano, I've been self-taught for about 10 years. I finally picked up a teacher who's certified as a classical pianist to train me. I'm about at advanced level from what she tells me. Probably like early advanced. But there's not much to talk about for piano, I guess. Especially when you're self-taught. It's like all you really learn on how to progress in piano is like you have to practice for hours a day, or a couple hours, or even an hour a day, or 30 minutes a day. But all you learn is like from maybe intermediate level to advanced level, it's the same process of learning the piano. You practice super slow, and then you break parts up, and then you practice parts for like 10 or even 100 times until your fingers learn it, and then you move to the next part, and then you just practice slowly. But I don't know if I'll show guitar in my vlogs because it's kind of embarrassing of how bad I am. I don't really know how I'm gonna be learning. I'm just doing like basic exercises and all that, but I don't know. It'll probably be in some of them. But overall, I'm planning to do like weekly vlogs for now on kind of the process of how I'm moving forward with things and like my lifestyle, like how I learn languages while playing games and like earning money. You get to see like kind of a little bit of like how I create the content for like my other parts of the whole brand. And then sometimes I'll talk about stocks in them, probably just my thoughts, not which stocks I'm trading or like when you should ever go in and buy a stock. But it's just the mindset of it all. And then I'll probably sprinkle in like deep thoughts and like reflections and just doubts that I have. I do plan to keep sprinkling in every so often with like reflections and like deep thoughts of certain things. But yeah, basically the vlogs are just how I live and just documenting the process of all of this. I will say you might have to be a little lenient for me. I am going to college right now, so I'll try my best with keeping up with everything. I do have a lot of time now because I'm not taking summer classes right now. But when fall comes, it might be a little bit of a struggle. But yeah, I just wanted to update you on kind of where I am and the direction that I'm kind of taking this for now. But yeah, thanks for watching if you got this far. Take care of yourselves.